What up? How's it going? Hey, man, Walt got offered $15 million. He looked like he didn't even know how to handle it, right? My man was about to crash into another car, and then he sort of snapped back into it. Pinkman, he's being offered a lot of money, but he's like, hey, this is not enough. But what I do wonder, though, is there a sense of, even though Walt let him come in and be a partner and he saying, oh, they're equal, he's like, man, I'm still an underling. Like, to him, Gus is an issue, period. His whole thing is, it seems, is I want that power of it being mine, of me pushing, right? And I feel like it's fucked up what he's doing to those people that are in those meetings, right? But for him to come up with that plan was crazy. Hey, man, let's go ahead and get this episode started because I want to see how things go from here on out, obviously, right? Let's go ahead and get this started. I don't know what that fly had to do with that song.
If this is supposed to be all like major league and all, we should have equipment maintainer guys. There's a couple functions in here. Treat us right. 0.14, that's... All right, like, what does that mean?
It means we should be netting more than we're netting.
So how far off are we?
Ballparking it, I'd say we're a quarter to a half a pound shy.
What about evaporation?
It wouldn't account for this much. The materials aren't out that long.
That wait to see if you got it be long as hell. Like, did I get it? Oh, God, it's about to keep getting worse and worse. What's he about to do? Oh. Well, please, for the love of... Just stop. Please, though. Please. Oh, God. The way he hit the machines was crazy. I'm rewinding. I don't give a fuck. He hit that shit like ping, pong, boom. Walt, what the fuck you doing? Wait, is this whole episode gonna be about him and the fly? If it is, I fuck with that. Or a large portion of it. Wait, it's the next day. Has he been trying to get that fly overnight? If the show was just him going after that fly, just comedy ensues, I'd be fine with it. Damn. What?
Shut the door!
My ears are popping!
Shut the door! Well, just move your jaw around. Move it around.
I am moving around, all right? It's not
Well, then
working.
just yawn or something. Stop acting like such a baby.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
What positive? Positive what?
Pressure.
Wait. I mean, shouldn't we be wearing masks?
No, it's not that kind of contaminant.
So it's like not dangerous?
Man made of swatter.
Mr. White, talk to me here.
This fly, any fly, cannot be in our lab. It's a problem. It's a contamination, and that is in no way a misuse of the word.
You didn't happen to maybe try our product, did you?
Any pollutant no matter how small, could completely...
Hello?
Walt, you wildin'.
Were you here all night? Have you even slept?
No, Jesse, look, I'm fine, okay? Will you just please focus on... No cooking until this fly is dealt with. Have I been speaking to myself?
The whole episode is about them catching the fly.
I love hot dogs. And, see what I'm trying.
What are you doing?
Oh,
He was trying to sneak and cook. What the fuck?
What is your problem? Jesse.
Do not let Jesse smack the fuck out of you. He gonna try to take your head off.
you like that?
This episode is jackass.
It will ruin our batch. And we need to destroy it and every trace of it so we can cook. Failing that, we're dead.
All right, I understand that the fly is a serious thing now, all right?
Now
on
I
board.
get
I'm
what
just
he's
saying,
getting
maybe if we went and got some air, it would help us come up with a plan on how to catch it.
Oh, wait, do you have your keys?
Oh, no,
Sure.
don't.
Last thing we need is to get locked out.
He's about to take him from you.
Hey!
If you're not gonna help me, stay out of my way.
Walt, what the fuck, man?
Say goodnight.
Need some juice? Maybe? Take cream and sugar?
Black's fine.
Oh, he about to knock his ass out?
Possum. Big, freaky looking bitch. Hey, since when did they change it to opossum? What's
Those
up with
are two
that?
different
when
things.
When I was coming up, it was just possum. I mean, she kept insisting she could still hear the thing. Man, she would just bang on the floor and yell at it. Even gave it a name. Scrabble, just knock it off. Bang, bang, bang. But it turned out that the cancer had spread to her brain, and that was why.
I've been to my oncologist, Jesse. I'm still in remission. There was some perfect moment, and it passed me right by. But it had to be before she found out. Skylar. It had to be before that. I'm saying I've lived too long. You want them to actually miss you. You want their memories of you to be... But she just won't. She just won't understand. There must exist certain words in a certain specific order that would explain all of this. But with her, I just can't ever seem to find them.
Mr. White, how about you just sit down?
Ah, I know the moment. It was the night Jane died. I was at home and we needed diapers, and so I said I'd go. But afterward, I stopped at a bar. It was odd. I never do that. I sit down, and this man, this stranger, he engages me in conversation. He's a complete stranger, but he turns out to be Jane's father, Donald Margolis. And I didn't put it together until after the crash when he was all over the news. I mean, think of the odds of me going in, sitting down that night in that bar next to that man. I told him that I had a daughter, and he told me he had one too. And he said, never give up on family. The universe is random. It's not inevitable. It's simple chaos. What is it telling us when on the very night that this man's daughter dies, it's me who's having a drink with him?
Sit down.
No.
Oh, it's about to come out, ain't it?
Oh,
Oh,
That was the moment. I should never have left home. If I had just lived right up to that moment, and not 1 second more.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna get that bitch.
Jesse.
He about to tell him?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about Jane.
Yeah. Me too. It's not your fault. It's not mine either. We are who we are. Mr. White. You know, it's two junkies with a duffel bag full of cash. Like you said, both would have been dead within a week.
I'm starting to realize something.
Right.
Some people have issues with Walt for certain reasons. I got issues with him for some other shit.
Yeah! Oh, zap! Somebody got got, yo!
Bins are packed?
Bins are packed. Okay getting home?
Yeah, better.
Jesse,
Come here.
that's half a pound. I said you're off by. Now, I'm not accusing you, but if, you understand? And if they ever found out,
I didn't take shit.
I'm just saying that I won't be able to protect you.
Who's asking you to?
First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I got a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. Check it out. So The Fly. The whole time I watched it, I was wondering how the people feel about it. For one, there was a part of it that was like comical. Early on, you'll notice I'm laughing and joking. Then there's a point where I don't say shit for like 20 minutes. Because I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Walt, man? Like, come on, dog. What are you doing? But as he explained, as it went along, I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand. A lot of us have been here where we're at a point in our life where we're like, man, what could I have changed? And what would have made things different? Even though we know it couldn't be different. But there's this thing of delusion where you're like, fuck, I just wish, fuck, like, you know, like, man, look where I am. Now you would think he got offered that 15 million, but he says using the fly in this situation, we can't have these contaminants because, you know, things got to be perfect for these type of people. You don't want to mess with these type of people. Now, of course, I'm not saying it verbatim, but, you know, that was sort of the gist. And he's at a point where he didn't want this. Now, here's where there's complicated, and I like the character, and I like that it, as I said, none of this is just a straight line. Remember Walt, when he was getting things done, and he turns on the Heisenberg, he turns on the scumbag, he turns it up, and he's feeling it, he's feeling the rush. Now we're on the other side of that. Skylar's gone. What happened to Hank has happened to Hank. What happened to Jane has happened to Jane. And he's the center of it all. He's just like, fuck, man. I should have just been dead, huh? But the thing is, I needed that money. When could I have died? When would have been the perfect time to be out of here? Interesting. Because at first, it's like, was he saying when would just be the perfect time to tell her about it? And then the more he kept talking, it seemed like, he kept saying, like, I just don't want to be here. I'm making things bad. Of course he feels that way. But here goes how I feel about it. And I know there are a lot of people they probably watched that and like, bullshit, Walt, you blah, blah, blah. Because I've seen how people feel about the Jane thing. For me, my issue is you're an adult with cognitive abilities. You knew what you were doing. When we get to the Jane thing, he didn't understand what was happening when he pushed her over that, oh, she was going to choke on the vomit. But then he let it happen. And I'm like, I'm thinking, me, the viewer, yeah, Walt, he scumbag. He does scumbag things because he's in that criminal life. And he's probably going to have to do even worse things. But even him himself, and this is why I'm fucking with this character. This is why I like it. Even him himself can't believe where it's gone. like most people who watched it, I won't say most, a lot of people who watched it, based off the comments I see, they couldn't believe where Walt had taken it. Me, I'm looking at him like, yeah, of course, he's on that scumbag role. But even Walt would side with those people like, damn, look where I've taken it. And I find that funny because I'm looking at him like, dog, look what you've done and look what you've been around. Listen, I've said this. I don't know if I've said it in these reviews or anything like that, but growing up, they would say, if you'll lie, you'll steal. And if you'll steal, damn it, you'll kill. Well, in this case, if you'll kill a drug dealer or you'll kill somebody who's trying to kill you, you have that in you. If you'll do certain things to protect you and yours, we know where he'll take it. He doesn't even recognize that in himself. And I won't say it's delusional, but I will say that Walt feels like, damn, man. Fuck, look, it's almost hopelessness. Like, damn, dog, I don't want to. Now I just got to do this. Now I'm the drug manufacturer, right? And then it's also the thing of, look at all those people that died from the plane. Look at what happened to the father that led to the people dying on the plane. Look at what happened to Jane that led to the father being distraught that happened on the plane. And he went all the way back like, damn, man, I shouldn't have left the house. I wish I just wouldn't have left the fucking house. Now, listen to me. Everybody listen. Because I feel like people take sides on this. I completely agree with what he's saying, that sentiment. I agree, like, dog, fuck, man, had I just stayed home. Because the thing about that was, here's the most fucked up thing about that was, that night he didn't go out with the intention to kill nobody. So that's why he's kicking himself like, fuck, man. Fuck, had I just stayed home. I've known people been in situations like that. When they get home, and I'm talking about from being locked up, they're like, dog, I just should have never left. I wish I would have just stayed home. Because they didn't go out with that intention. And I feel bad for them. Of course, I feel bad for Jesse more. Because Jesse, they didn't understand the implications of what Walt was saying. It's not that he didn't understand. Walt only gave him up until a point. When he says, I'm sorry about Jane, he really was saying he's sorry. But Pinkman didn't understand. He's like, hey, man, nah, it wasn't anybody's fault. It wasn't even her fault. And I like this. I don't care about the side taking a nut. I just like that these characters are trying to figure this out. This is what's fascinating to me. That's the entertainment value in this for me. And I'm looking back, like I said, when I watched Walt in that last episode, I believe I said this in the intro, he's driving and he's almost about to crash. And I'm like, what? Is he trying to build adrenaline? And now I'm looking back at it. Nah, he just was thinking, I don't want to do this. Because as people said, yo, he was a meek, mild-mannered guy. But once again, seeing this as a viewer from the outside, dog, you done put in work. See, the thing with a lot of people is because of the situation they're in, they accept it and be like, all right, well, this is what I got to become. This is what I am. Him, he relies on the thing that he could always just go back to being good old Walt. but you're not good old Walt. I appreciate this. Oh, and I want to say, so The Fly. I looked up what The Fly meant. Nobody could come to a consensus, but I did see. I didn't click on the article, but on Google where to show you the first like paragraph or an important paragraph, it said that this was a polarizing episode. And I can see that. But y'all know how I feel when it's just them two on screen. I fuck with it heavy. And I can see why some people would say that first half, what was that even all about? Especially the way people feel about him based off the Jane thing. People not trying to see him, and it's almost, it could be played off as goofy or something like that. But for me, there was entertainment value in it because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is Walt doing. But then when he gives it up, like what issues he has and all that, I rocked with it, man. But I do know, once again, I know that the whole Jane thing is like, that probably pissed people off even more. Like, no, fuck that. You're not sorry. Mind you, when I say he's sorry, that don't mean he's less of a scumbag. This is the thing people got to get through their head. You could be a scumbag and be sorry. You could be a scumbag and not want to be one. You could have done something in the moment that goes with the trajectory of where you were going, even though it doesn't fit who you were in the past. And I just feel like a lot of these choices Walt has made, it's been going in a certain trajectory, even though it's coming from a place where he wasn't. And he can't deal with that. But the thing is, if this show is going on, we're on season 3. I think I'm almost towards the end of season 3. I'm sure he's going to do some worse shit. And I like this episode. There was something very stage play about it. You know what I mean? And y'all know I'm on that type of time when it comes to the acting. Hey, man, next episode.